done elsewhere before coming here? Senior class?
I've never done it in practice, but it's something we talk about. You know, I think I always like to remind the young guys that one day they're going to be seniors, and one day they're going to have their last game in Neyland Stadium, which is a special time, and they're going to want the young guys to play their best for them. And so I think it's a good reminder for the young guys that one day they're going to be sitting here playing their last game, and how would you want everybody else on the team to play so that they can go out with a good feeling? And we'll talk about that.
Derek, do you feel like you talked earlier about your secondary pass issues, but do you feel like it's playing better now?
I do. I think we're playing a lot better for a lot of different reasons. First off, both of our safeties are really playing better and better each week, and that's because of experience. You know, Brent 7 weeks ago, he was struggling. True freshman, hadn't played ball in 5 years, and each game he plays, he gets better, and he gets more confident, more physical. Jansen's the same way. Jansen, we know, has phenomenal talent, but you know, the more you play, I don't know how much did he play? A lot last year?
Yeah.
A ton?
Every down.
He did? Every down? Maybe because it's new season. He was just, huh?
When he wasn't suspended.
Yeah.
So it was
He missed 3 or 4 games.
I thought he missed 3 or 4.
Yeah.
From suspension?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it was.
When he played, they never took him out.
Yeah.
He
Played 10.
He did play 10? All right. Anyway, that hurts my argument a little bit, but new system. Experienced new system. But he's playing better every week. At corner, Marcellus, you know, he's another one. I think experience has helped them all. Now, we can't not counter that, John, without acknowledging that the last 3 offenses we've played haven't been as explosive throwing the football as some of the previous offenses. You know, Ole Miss and Vandy both run it. That's kind of their deal. So, you know, we can't sit there and not acknowledge that. The test is going to be this week, because I don't think anybody throws it much better than these guys. And so we'll, you know, this will be your final, how much better have we gotten? Well, stay tuned.
Talking a little bit about Cobb, he is a threat throwing the football out of that Wildcat or Wildcat package, and just talk about how difficult.
Is that what they call it, the wild card?
Wildcat.
Yeah.
Talk about how difficult it is to defend a guy that is such a passing threat out of that formation.
I just think it's difficult. Any time a player is multi-purpose, the reason it's difficult is how do you take him out of the game? If a guy's one-dimensional and he just plays flanker and he's out wide all the time and they don't move him around, then you can do some things structurally to, you know, try to take him out. But their ability, or his ability to play anywhere on the field, and the job that their coaches are doing and getting them to do that, it makes it a challenge. And so inevitably he's going to be sitting there in a lot of space and maybe athletically in a mismatch situation. And that's why he has been productive every game.
Derek, you talked in the preseason about how much you like the Wildcat package. I mean, was it just injuries to Gerald and depth issues that you never got to use it the way you wanted to?
Yeah, we just, you know, we got so many other issues. It's like, let's go ahead and put that in and create 10 more, you know. I mean, for the good it brings, it's going to bring 8 other issues. Snap, turnovers, timing on gun snaps. You know, we've had 3 centers. It just, we'll get to it one day. It won't be Gerald. You know, there's a lot of things. I mean, same thing in special teams. You know, we've done some more things the last couple of weeks, but it just takes time. You know, they have to understand some of the base systems before you can keep growing and advancing.
I guess I think on the first drive, you guys got to the 34-yard line on Saturday, and maybe would have attempted a long field goal, but you punted instead. Is that maybe because of Lincoln's quad injury? You guys trying to?
You know, we were in that gray zone all night, and man, it was driving me crazy. I think we had three. Then we stalled. I think it was 3 times right around that 35-yard line. I just felt like that field position in that game was going to be important. I didn't want to give Vanderbilt a short field if we didn't have to. And, you know, you always weigh the risk of there's three things that can happen. You can make a long field goal and everybody's feeling good. All right? You can miss a long field goal and now you've just basically given them 2 first downs, 20 yards of field position. Or they block a field goal, and then it turns disastrous. So I went with the conservative approach and played field position. And every game's different. You know, it's not, I don't think there's a black and white formula. It's a lot of it's feel for your kicker. What do they do on field goal block? There's a lot of variables that go into your decision. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Is Anderson going to return punts again?
He will, unless he has a couple of bad days here. It's just but he'll be fine. He's 1 for 1 in catching the ball. No, he's 2 for 2. But he's 0 for 1 in returning the ball and maintaining possession.
You work on fair catch.
And we implemented the no returner again the other night. So we still have that in case we need it.
Have you used that more this year than ever?
I've never used it until this year. Are you kidding me? Never used it.
Your team has played really well in the first quarter. You outscored the opponents like 50 points. Do you have any explanation for that?
No, Brent was hitting me with that early in the year. What I concluded was that, you know, our young guys are confident with those early calls because we work on them a lot. And they go into the game knowing what those first 10, 15 calls are going to be. And so, but as the game goes and you got to make other adjustments and then you do this, and, you know, I think that's where the experience started breaking down for us a little bit. I don't know what the answer is to that, but that's at least a answer. I don't know if that's the answer, but that's an answer.